Hey YouTube creators, this is Francie with Created by Francie, and I'm going to show you a couple things that I worked on probably last Saturday and today. The in-between, Sunday through, well really Monday through Friday, really tough to get things done. But I had started this chicken. I'll show you that. I had something like this, I think, and it was all white. So I thought, I'm gonna make a chicken, but the thing is, there really isn't that much yarn in this. So I thought, I'm gonna try and make a chicken and cross my fingers that it's enough. And look at this. Oh, he's so, I don't know. He's so cute. He's just a chunky, big chicken. So just to kind of give you an idea, these are ones I've made before, so they're just not as big. Okay, but it's so cute. I love them. And so this is another white one I'd made, and much smaller. And then the smallest one I've made, it was this one. So, but isn't he cute? I love him. Just a big fat chicken. Anyway, so I was afraid I wouldn't have enough, right? Because I was using this yarn. I'm thinking, oh, I'm not gonna have enough. But I did, and I had a little bit left, so I had enough. So anyway, the chicken. Now let me show you my last Saturday. So I think I told you about this creature character that my sister wanted me to crochet. Sent me a picture, and then she did send me the pattern of the person who had done the picture. They wrote it down to kind of give me an idea. So this is the finished product of the guy, and I'll put a picture of what she gave me. And of course I'm using plush yarn, right? I'm not using acrylic yarn. The character she showed me was acrylic yarn, so I'm using plush. And I had found these beads. They're pearl beads, and they're just glued on, but I think they gave the look of his eye a little bit better. But now I've got to take this and try to shrink it, and I can do it in acrylic yarn and it would shrink it, but that really hurts my hands. So I'd rather figure out a way to do it in plush yarn. It just, because smaller, I can get it done faster if it's smaller, or I'd have to make 4 like this. But this took me Saturday, all day Saturday and into Sunday to finish it. That's a lot of time for me, and I just don't have that much time to spare. So I've got to make another one of those turtles, those matching turtles with the big mom and all the baby turtles. I need to make another one of those. I have another sea turtle I need to make for a friend and send her another one of mine. I want to try and make a panther, but I don't have the right color. I had the right, let me see. Okay, so like this is the color I need, and I have it from the Temu yarn, but this is going to be a huge panther. I don't want a huge panther. I want like a miniature. Oh, I don't know where my elephant is. It was sitting right there. I don't know what I did with him. Oh, here he is. So see, like this size, that's about the size I want the panther. So I don't want them. Of course, this is Temu yarn, but when I made the ears were really big, and I thought, I don't know, I don't want the panther to be that big. So I want to do it, and actually, this is the color I need, right, for a panther, my positive potatoes. And I thought I had this color, but I'm out. I guess I used it all with the potatoes. So I gotta wait until I can order some more of this, and then I'll try the panther. Why a panther? Because the school I work for are the Panthers, and they're Florida Panthers, not the Black Panther. So I need this color. So that's gonna have to be put on hold. So, oh, that drawer shook my camera. Sorry about that. Okay, so I did make a squid with the pop thing, but that was given away. So I made one of those for my daughter's friend, and I'll try to put a picture in there. And then I have these yarns. You see, I have like one of this, I have one of this, and my goal right now is to try and use the yarn I have to make things. So the only thing I can make when you don't have much, see, there's not much. It's not gonna make anything. It's, yeah, I might be able to make a chicken, but I'm not sure a chicken, I don't know anyone would want a chicken like this. I don't know. I guess you can make it and see, but I don't know. So I go with octopi because those don't take much yarn. So one ball of this made this one. And this one I'm using a size 11.5 hook. It does not glide very well because my hook was plastic and it didn't glide on the hook. It doesn't glide through it. So it's just hard yarn to work with, but I need to use it up. And so then I wanted to make a different style. So this is another one. And then what I did is I did have a metal hook. I had a size 9. So this is 11.5, but you know, there's no holes or anything. I went to a size 9 because the hook was metal and I thought it'll be easier to glide. And it did glide through the hook better, but the yarn still does not glide against itself well. And so this was harder to make because the stitches were a lot tighter, and it's really just hard, you know, it's just hard. Whereas this is a little softer, okay? So the tighter you make your stitches, the harder your stuffed animal is gonna be. And, but he's still cute, okay? Same yarn, this is same pattern. This is 11.5 hook and this was a 9mm hook. I should have done it this. So, but I've got one more of these and I might try this little snake, but it may be, the stitches may just be too tight and it may not work very well. The eyes are hard to get in, and yeah, this was really hard to get. I had to use a tool on all of them, and I don't like how these really came out. I used a different tool and it didn't sink them in. One of my tools that I use, let me show you really quick, is this, and I used something else and it just didn't sink the eyes in well enough. It pushed it down good, but it didn't set it the way I like. So like this one, I like how that one, you can't see the edges. This is what I use for that. But it gets harder with these because you almost have to try and turn it inside out. So this one, you can see the edges of the eyes, and I don't like that, though I think it's held very well. And I did put a little glue on it before I smushed it. And this is just the Hobby Lobby eyes, but the yarn is so thick that it's hard. I couldn't do it with my hand. I had to use a different tool. So the tool I use for that is one of these. And you have that, you just push it through the center. So that helps. So this yarn, I just have one. So it'll be some holly octopus, maybe a squid. I don't know, it's hard to work with. It's just hard yarn to work with because it does not slide. So it gets frustrating. It is not my favorite. So anyway, those are the things I created, probably mostly on Saturdays. A lot of this was done last Saturday and today. And so I need to make some scrubbies. I keep saying that, and I end up crocheting this because it's cuter, right? And then I was gonna work on a panther, but I couldn't find the right colors. Anyway, so maybe I'll work on scrubbies this afternoon because I need to get those done. But I wanted to show you something else I made. And I made this a long time ago, but it's stationary. So it's all these little envelopes. So I have something that, I have a tool that helps you make the envelopes. So you open it up, and then inside, there's this here, right? And then you can write whatever you want, your message, and then put it back inside. And then you have your little note. So these are just, I don't know what you call them. Anyone have a good name for these? They're just little cards, you know, so the color matches the envelope. You write your little message and stick it in there and boom, give it to your friend. Happy birthday, whatever. But I made a ton of these a long time ago, and I haven't done anything in them. So like, here's an example. You are amazing. And then on the back, it's music notes. And so that was just, I think this is just a lot. I've got a lot cut out. So I must have cut these a certain size, and I don't even remember all the dimensions that I use, because, yeah, so I'll just give examples of what you do. This is some flower print. So I just would pick up really pretty scrap paper, then insides that, you write your little note, you stick it in there, and there you go. So I don't know if any people would be interested in buying stuff like this. We tend not to be giving personal notes anymore, but that's what that is, and then that matches. So I don't know. I don't know why I even thought to make these, except I had this little envelope maker, and I thought, I want to make these mini envelopes and kind of see what it looks like. And I've always liked miniature things, so anytime we can miniaturize a card or something like that, then I just think that's really, I just think it's really cool. So here's some more. This paper here, I had bought this when I was in London one time. It was just a book of a bunch of paper. I think it's considered wrapping paper, that you would wrap a gift, but I just really like it. It makes good envelopes. And then these, I just put regular cards because the paper is really thin. So, and here's another style. So there's the envelope, and then inside is just a blank card. So some of the cards would match the paper. Scrapbooking paper is pretty thick, but this type of paper was rather thin. I had to be really careful even when I scored it on the edge to not rip through it. So, but for the scrap paper, I can go ahead and use the paper. But anyway, I wanted to show you those just because, you know, I talk about other things I create, and I wanted to show you some things. Here's a map one. So I don't even know if I sold these things, how you would even price something. I think I made them in, I probably made them in sets of 4. So like, here's some anchors. So I think it's sets of 4 is what I did. I don't know. I think it's cute. I guess if I ever had a market, I would set them out. I don't really know how to display them. If I should get Ziploc bags and put them in that, I would have examples of the notes you could write on them. And so I think I have the idea of how I might display it, but I don't know. I don't know if you should do 4 cards. I think I was going with 4. But then again, you know, how much? A couple dollars for that. Though it takes you forever to make this stuff. You're never paid for your time, are we? Just never paid for our time. So, but I get joy out of making it. So, just some other things that I've made. I do get joy in making these little guys. Or especially my chicken. Is this not the cutest thing? It is so, I love it. It's so cute. I love it. I showed you a pumpkin in my last video, and I'm deciding I'm giving that to a friend of mine. She's a biology teacher, and her birthday is next, the 31st, whenever that is. And so I decided I'm going to give her that, and also that towel hanging thing. I'm going to give her that because I'm making a different one for my sister. So yeah, I guess that's all for today. Hope y'all are having an amazing week, had an amazing week, going to have another amazing week. I'm pretty busy. I'll be starting my college classes at night, and I'm also taking classes myself, so a little crazy. But I found some time to crochet today, especially after grocery shopping. Oh my goodness. You know, I just can't afford food. It's crazy. And you know, I got some bread. It was buy one, get one free. And then I thought, well, I need lunch meat and everything. Well, lunch meat, you know, $7 or $8 for a pound of lunch meat. And I'm like, So I thought, well, you know what? I grew up on bologna sandwiches. Let's see how much that is. Well, it was cheaper. I think it was $3.50. And then I thought, well, let me get like pure beef bologna because that would be better for me. No, it was like 7 something. So I just went with the other bologna, which who knows what's in it. It says chicken and beef, but who knows the part anyway. I grew up on it. I'm sure it'll be fine. And then I got cheese because I can do grilled cheese too. But anyway, stuff's expensive out there. I'd rather buy my yarn and crochet. So after being in shot from the grocery store, I had to come back and crochet a little bit. But anyway, I hope y'all are doing well. Hope you're finding joy in your creating. And I hope I brought you a little joy showing you what I've created. So I'll talk to you in the next video.